Maybe a little different of a schedule, not sure yet, but I will keep you all updated. With that being said, I'm super excited. I feel like I haven't streamed in so long. And I guess the funny story is, I thought I was going to have to stream a lot more games this week, but there was 2 live stream games for week 6. And then Quality Soup is out of the league. For all the people who are Quality Soup fans, yike. They're gone and they're not playing anymore, so sorry. And then apparently Braden Linval had stitches or something, so they're out and they're not playing until later on. So we have 2 matches for the night. Let's get started. We got Cathartic Peacock with Ryan Canfield. He is going to be the one in purple right here. Then you have Seth Searcy, the one in black, versus Grayson Wills, a Cathartic Peacock right here in gray. He's got his round net playing shirt on. And then Kyle Walsh in the purple here. So we'll see how both teams do. And in case y'all didn't notice, I did add a follower goal of 50. And if you are not following us, please do so. We hugely appreciate the support. Love getting out here to come be able to commentate and interact with all of you. And y'all been talking a lot more in the chat. I don't know if people are already online, but if you are, feel free to interact as much as possible. I love it when y'all talk, and it brightens up my day. So, let's get to the game. Kyle Walsh is going to be serving here, trying to put one on. It's the first few points of the series. It's usually how we see it around here. Either a team comes out swinging, or both teams are kind of double faulting all around. And they seem to be doing the latter. Double faulting all around. So that's seriously to serve. Gets a nice front pocket. Kyle gets a good handle of it. He's going to whiff the lefty hit. Puts it on though. And that's going to be a point for Peacock. Maybe not that warmed up and served, but got the point, so you can't complain that much. Racing to serve. And I saw a post recently from WySpike's Matt Burrows giving his honest takes on the teams in Gold League. And one kind of stood out to me that I'll say in a sec. Grayson's going to decide to play that. He does not want to, never mind. Matthew Burrows mentioned how Cathartic Peacock wasn't that bad of a team, but needed serves to keep up. And I think I would agree. I feel like if Cathartic Peacock, Kyle, and Grayson had a better serve, I honestly think they could be a really good team. They have pretty good defense. They have their fundamentals down. It's the really only thing keeping them back is serving. I feel like they're close to what I would seem like as a team if I played with myself. You know, I'm not a big serve ball guy, but fundamentals down pretty well, and I got the defense. Brock is going to serve. Seth Searcy lipping up. A nice up from Kyle there. Not Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Sorry, for some reason I'm getting confused. Kyle Walsh looks like Luke Marshall. And I know people used to call him Kyle to make fun of him, but I got confused for a second. So Seth Searcy is going to be coming to serve. He's going to lip up, and they're going to opt to play it. Comes in a little bit too fast for Grayson Wills' taste. So they're going to redo that, and it's going to be Seth Searcy for the drop. And he gets a nice drop getting that front pocket, and that's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock. Yeah, Incompetence Rock, honestly, a team with some pretty good chemistry. They're not doing so hot in the league, but they are doing pretty good as a team together. They have a good chemistry. They know each other's play styles, and they complement each other pretty well. A good on, a good up by Grayson. He's going to hit a righty, what is it called, backhand. That's a point for Cathartic Peacock at 4-4. Yeah, Grayson's serving a little bit more casually than he has in the past, and maybe not as hard. I think he's just trying to put it on, it looks like. Ryan going for the left. It's a big swing. It hits a back lip. And that's the thing about Ryan's serve. If it hits front pocket, it's going to go hard. and be very difficult for the receiver. But if it does not hit front pocket, it's going to go back lip and not get on at all. Kyle the serve gets a little step out. It goes pretty low, but Ryan gets a good handle on it, and he's going to get a lefty on that. That's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock. Did a pretty good job with set. It's kind of off net, but he does a good job of moving and hitting it before it got super low. Set the serve. Had a nice drop earlier. Hits it when it's very low. And then we're going to skip the ball shag because we do not like the ball shag. It's a recurring theme on this channel, y'all. We do not like ball shagging, so we skip it. So that's one of the perks of a non-live stream game. But typically when it's live streamed, you know, the commentators commentate during the ball shagging and kind of get their thoughts on the game, which I guess I could do. Grayson with an up, and Kyle botches the set. That's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock. Maybe looking for a takeoff here. Up 2 now. I feel like Kyle is a more inexperienced serve receiver. Or not necessarily inexperienced, but the worser of the two. It's going to be a good up from Kyle, though, and a decent step from Grayson. Seth makes the running play on the ball. Can't put it up. That's a point for Cathartic Peacock. Grayson to serve, hits it hard into the rim. He needs to figure out his serves here. One thing he's most been struggling with is the consistency on serves. Puts one on though, and he's gonna grab that ace. Maybe surprise Ryan. You know, he hasn't put on a serve yet this game, I believe. And just putting it on, it came in pretty quickly on his right side. That's one of the struggles of being a left-handed server sometimes. It didn't apply to this situation, but just because I thought of it, when you're replaying against a lefty, it's so hard for serve receivers that are left-handed. A good up by Kyle there. He's going to send it far, and that's a great play by Cathartic Peacock, getting the defensive up and the easy 1-2-3 put away, putting them ahead at 8-7. And that's going to be two holds for Cathartic Peacock. And Grayson is still serving now. I believe it is drizzling now. Definitely a factor to take into consideration. May wet the balls. Kyle sometimes gets an unexpected cut serve, but maybe a little bit more difficult to do in this type of weather. A great serve, but a decent handle on it. He's going to send it off net, but he gets it. And Ryan with the diving backhand does not put it onto net, and that's a point for Cathartic Peacock. Both teams kind of going back and forth right now. I like the movement on defense. I think they're reading each other fairly well. Probably because most sets are off net. It's been very easy to be able to track down where to go. It's really just going opposite of the ball because as a hitter, when you have an off net set, it's so difficult to be able to move in any other direction than just forward. Kyle Walsh to serve. It goes nice and low. Seth with a great up on that ball. He wraps it a little bit, or rather a pull, and he's going to get the point for Incompetence Rock. Seth seriously to serve here. Gets a nice up. Kyle gets it, and Grayson can't get enough underneath that ball, and that's a point for Kyle Walsh. Or is it Seth? My fault. Seth's still serving. It's a point for Incompetence Rock with Seth. A good up by Grayson. It's a little off. Rock gets a touch with Ryan Canfield. Tries to put it on net. Doesn't get it. It's going to be a little bit of a lobster trap. And that's a point for Cathartic Peacock. Like I said, a lot of touches in this match. I'm expecting a lot of rallies just because they are less experienced setters and hitters. I feel like they're in the transitional phase around it where you're starting to lose rallies because you're getting better at the stuff, but they're still not they're not polished as much. Brian Canfield to serve. a little step back, and he's gonna try to go for the push. I like the decision. A lefty push is pretty weird and pretty difficult to receive. Goes for it again. No, he goes for the drop. Kyle's all over it though. Grayson tries to hit onto, and I think he hits into Kyle, and that's a point for Incompetence Rock. Up 2 now, looking to maybe go for a little bit of a service run, and Ryan is the one to do it. He may not be consistent, but if his serves get on, they are pretty deadly. So we're looking to put this on now. It's gonna lip up. And a point for Cathartic Peacock. Oh, and that's an unfortunate error by Seth. Oh, that's a point for Peacock, my fault. It's going to be 12 now. A nice drop there. Grayson gets a good hand on it. Hits it pretty low. Seth makes the run for it, and a good up by Grayson there. He's going to hit it away, and it's going to hit Ren. Point for Rock as they are up 4-2 now with Seth seriously. He's been doing a good job of holding out his serves. A good up by Kyle there. He's going to push it past Seth. That's going to be a point for Cathartic Peacock. And Grayson gets, I believe, maybe a little bit of a cut on that ball. And it's going to be 14s now. Pretty close first game. Really excited to see what transpires for the rest of the match. That was weird. You should use the word transpires. Ugh. It sounded so weird coming off of my tongue. Ryan is served now. And lipping up. Pretty typical of Ryan. I think he just doesn't come over the ball enough. His serving stance with his hand is kind of, or the shape of his hand is like going underneath it, I feel, rather than over. And that's going to be Cathartic Peacock to serve 15s right now. Pretty high up in game and still tied up. You know, I feel like Rock has been taking more runs in terms of serves and it's usually been Seth Searcy. Not really because of aces, but because of he's forcing bad touches and playing defense. And this is a good position for Rock right now. Seth needs to put a serve on, probably the most consistent tonight. He's going to lip up. And it hits the rim. Unfortunate. Grayson to serve a decent up. Yeah, I don't think Seth's having much trouble against their serves. That is going to be, I think, another... Yeah, that was a cut by Grayson. And I think right now, you know, Incompetence Rock is really just trying to adjust to the fact that he has a cut. Don't think he's shown it much in the Gold League. Not too wide, definitely manageable, but still something to account for that I don't believe they were. Ryan to serve. Goes for the drop, and he's gonna get it. Front pocket. I think they're gonna try to call side. And maybe a decent call. I don't know. The thing is, his step was there. It looked... I don't know. I think I would call that clean. And they end up calling it clean for him. That's a point for Incompetence Rock. Ryan Canfield's gonna take it. Looking to get a run out here. And gets a nice lefty on right there. And that's a point for Incompetence Rock, looking to close it out. Considering they've been mostly trading off points, it's going to be hard for Peacock to be able to find enough to secure this game, but I mean, anything can happen. They're highs, there's still only a 2 or 1 point differential. And a great serve on by Ryan. I think they are going to call lip, though. Ryan may be wanting it, though. They are going to take the second serve on that. Good up by Grayson. And he gets the backhand on. That's going to be a point for Cathartic Peacock. No, it's not. Maybe he clipped rim. Wow. I am blind. My goodness. He's going to lip up. Kyle Walsh to serve. Gets a disgusting serve into the body of Ryan Canfield on his first attempt right there. Looking to make a little comeback here and secure the game. Can he do it? Oh, pressure's on him now. Has to get this serve on in order to continue the game. That's going to be a good serve. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 put away by Incompetence Rock. Making it to 21-19 now. Favor of Rock. And honestly, a great first game. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the series. I think it's really going to come down to who can play better defense and who can put on serves. Let me get the next game going for y'all real quick. Real quick. Where is the next game? Alright, here we go. Here we are, game 2. Gonna be good up from Seth. Do not opt to play it. Grayson to serve again. Goes to the drop, Seth's all over that. It's gonna be the lefty put away. Has a pretty good handle on both of his hands. I like that Seth utilizes both of them. What is up, Matthew? It's good seeing you. Your boys were working out, and I was taking a nap for like 2 or 3 hours, man. I was sleeping on ya. Kyle to serve. He's been looking more at his pushes lately than his cut or his jam. It's going to be a decent up by Ryan and a botch set by Seth. Goes into the body of Ryan Canfield, cannot deliver it on, and that's a point for Cathartic Peacock. And a hard serve by Kyle goes super fast off the net. What did he do there? Did he just hit front? It looks so fast. Oh my goodness. Disgusting serve and no chance to return that. He's not expecting that type of serve from Kyle. Goes for a little bit of a step out. Clips the front rim. Ryan having a bug or something. A good up by Ryan. He gets the backhand on. Grayson's there for the defensive play though and puts it down low and finishes out the point. Peacock going on a little bit of a run now. Up 4-1, looking to take this game pretty early. And I have to just commend Kyle. He's been putting on consistent serves to start off this match, and he's also, or this game, also been putting a lot of pressure on them. You know, he's not just putting them on, he's putting them on pretty hard with some meat. It's going to be a little bit off net. Seth tries to put it on, but he hits rim. That's going to be 5-1 lead right now. Kyle still serving. Finding a little bit of a groove here. Ryan needs to do something here to hold out against his serve. Gonna get that up. Opt to not play it. And a lip up point for Incompetence Rock. Set with the drop, it goes a little bit far. I think they're gonna call lip. I think it's a good call. Especially since the first touch was so far. Set the serve. Does not put on his serve. Now it's gonna be Grayson's opportunity. Like I said, this game's gonna come down to who is more consistent on serves and who is getting defensive touches. You know, because I think they mostly, I mean, most players in general have a tendency to double fault early on, and that's gonna be an ace by Ryan Canfield, looking to respond against Cathartic Peacock. Anyways, these players have a tendency to double fault a lot, but if they're putting on serves, they have a chance to play defense, so I think that's going to work well for them. And that is going to jam up Grayson as he tries to get the up, goes directly behind him, and another point for Incompetence Rock, bringing down the point differential to only 1 point. Responded pretty quickly with Ryan Canfield. Goes for the drop, does not get it on. That's a point for Peacock. I like that Ryan is utilizing his drop more, just because he is someone who has such a strong serve. And that's going to be an ace by Kyle Walsh. Really firing away this game, popping off a little bit. I think he's only missed one of his serves now. Well, he's like missed a few from faults, but like overall, after the two, he's got it on. Anyways, I like how Ryan Canfield is utilizing his drop just because he has such a hard serve. Like, he's a cannon of an arm if you've ever played him. So the drop is a good change-up just to keep the returner on their feet, and it makes his hard serve even more effective. That's going to be a nice lefty put-away for Seth. Really does favor his lefty put-aways more than his righty. I know he's been getting put into position more for his lefties, but... And that's going to be a great serve by Seth. It goes nice and low, sort of at the waist side of Kyle Walsh. And I feel like both these teams heard me. They heard that I was telling them to serve better, and they're serving cannons now. And that's going to be another nice serve, but a great handle by Grayson. He pushes it. I don't know what they're trying to call there. Weird call. They're going to opt to replay it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe touch set, maybe hand on net. No clue. Seth, seriously to serve. Serving 7-8 now. And it's going to lip up and be a point for Peacock. Going to skip the ball shag because we do not like the ball shag. A good up by Seth there, and a pretty high set from Ryan. Ryan really struggling with sets, I feel. You know, he still does overhanded sets, which isn't terrible. They're definitely situational, but you know, when he does it I feel like he either hits it too high or he hits it too horizontally. That's going to be an ace by Ryan Canfield there. Really finding that front pocket this game. A good up by Grayson. Pushes it past Ryan's defense, and that's a point for Peacock. So pretty good hitting by both teams compared to last game. I feel like they're doing a better job of adapting to each other's defensive habits. You know, and most of them aren't putting crisp hits away from the players. They're just moving it like right past them. Looked like a little bit of carry, they're not going to call it. That's going to be a point for Rock, making it a 10-10 game. A nice push there. Ryan gets the up with his body, and he pushes it to the lefty, and Kyle Wallace gets a great touch on the ball. Does not get it up, and that's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock. I thought it lipped up, but maybe not. We're gonna end up giving the point to Ryan. He's gonna get that ace on Grayson right there. He's gonna lobster trap. Another nice serve, and that's gonna be too far out of reach for Grayson there. And Ryan really just firing away again with these serves. It's not really going to the left side of Grayson and Kyle. I feel like he's more so jamming them up. Maybe they're overcompensating. But I don't think they trust their left hand to get those touches yet. Something that's common of newer players, definitely. So maybe not as comfortable against a harder server that's left-handed. Hey, what is up, Luke? It's good to see you. Honestly, a pretty good game if you're sticking around to watch it. Some good rallies, some nice aces. Sets are the only thing that's it's been kind of rough. Give me a nice put on. Yeah, there's the set by Ryan. Needs to get more underneath that ball, not giving himself an adequate stance to deliver a nice set there. And Kyle Walsh just serve again. And a disgusting serve at that. Maybe he gets a little bit of a cut there. I know he pulls them out at random times sometimes. And they come in handy. They're gonna opt to play that, but Ryan's like, nah, I don't feel comfortable setting you this way. Let's let Cathartic Peacock go for it. And it's gonna lip up and be a point for Incompetence Rock. It's gonna lip up there. I think both teams can do a better job with splitting. I feel like most of them are they're really following each other on defense, and that's leaving space for the offense to just really hit either a wrap or, I mean, honestly, just utilize the whole other half of the field. Easy for 1, 2, 3 textbook putaways mostly. And that's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock. Oh shoot, I think I got behind on serves. What is this? He's on the left. It's 17-13. A good up by Grayson there. He's going to wrap it pretty high, and that's going to be a point for Peacock. I think... How did I get off on serves this bad? Unless it's 15s. It could be 15. No? He's on the right. And monster serve by Kyle again. Bringing it to 15-17. Hopefully it's 15-17. Not for sure on score. I know it's pretty close though. (15-17) Kyle to serve. Been doing a pretty good job of keeping these serves nice and low and pretty hard. You know, he got that rocket of a serve earlier, like 2 or 3 minutes in against Ryan. Or not Ryan, I think it was Seth. And he just demolished that ball. That's what I'm saying. I had it at 17-15. Yeah, so okay. Which I don't even know if it's 18-15. Well, I guess we'll see on the rotation. Set the serve. It's a pretty hard. It's going to clip the front rim there. Yeah, I think I'm off on score. But I guess we'll see. Man, why is it so hot in my room? It's usually so cold in my room. Right now I'm like sweating. Maybe it's because I napped and like the coziness of the covers is still on me. Yeah, it's been raining all day in Wiley, y'all, so it's been kind of one of those days that I just kind of lazy out and just take a bunch of naps in my room. Grayson to serve here. Opts for the drop, does not put it on. That's going to be a point for Rock now. But Ryan Canfield to serve. He's been serving great all game. Can he keep it up and close out the game? And that's going to be a lobster trap. No, it's one of those things that, like, if I was in Grayson and Kyle's shoes, I would definitely, that's going to lip up. I would definitely try to be serve receiving with my left hand, but I don't feel like they're comfortable with it, and especially trying to, like, win the league. Maybe the two-handed serve receives that they've been doing for Ryan's lefty is the way to go. That's going to be a great serve. Ryan gets a good handle on it, though. Grayson with the layout does not get the up, and that's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock now. But, yeah, you know, it's one of those things that's just like, if they are trying to win this match, I mean, of course they're trying to win the match against Incompetence Rock. But, like, if they're using for training purposes, personally, like, I'd be practicing my left-handed receive rather than going for the two-handed ups. But, you know, Peacock's intentions with this game could be more in the favor of just trying their best to win. Which is respectable. I mean, of course you're going to try to win. You know. This could be 20s, y'all. I'm not for sure. No, it's not 20s because they would have rotated. I think it's 18-20. Grayson to serve here. Needs to put this one on, and he doesn't. I think they called back for a first serve because he believed the first one was on. And it's going to lip up. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know the scores. Maybe the score is 19-18. I don't know. Goes for a step out. He gets a nice lefty cut on that ball, and that's going to go disgustingly wide. And that point for Rock there. That may be 20s, actually. I guess Peacock took away a point or two and I didn't see. Ryan serving now. He's going to hit pretty high. Goes for the drop. Grayson gets the good on for that. And he pulls it into Ryan. Not going to be able to get the defensive touch up. And Peacock is going to take a lead here. Looking at Kyle Walsh to perform how he's been doing in this game for serving. But Seth also is probably the one doing most of the holding. So this is a good matchup at 21-20. Oh, it's going to lip up. That's not what I want to see. 21-20 now. Still in extra time. And that's going to be a decent up by Kyle. And the set is on the middle of the net. So much room for Kyle to make a play. And he performs, puts it away, and that's a point for Cathartic, Peacock. Grayson looking to close it out against Ryan now. Hopefully not looking for a double fault here. We'll see what he can do. Ryan keeps his hands pretty high for serve receiving. I don't know if he does that only for Peacock, but they're kind of like up here instead of more down. Just gonna hit a pocket, and that's a point for Rock. Still just trading off points here. Really just need to either get a serve on and play defense, or needs to take an ace or force a bad touch. And look how wide Grayson's going for Ryan's serve. I think something that would help Ryan eventually is to get a right-handed serve, or just something to force him to the other side. And there's sometimes he does a push, which I appreciate, but he hasn't been using it tonight. Maybe a little bit in the first game, the second game he has not. Which I understand. I mean, his lefty serve has been helping him a lot this game, so. A great set, and Seth is going to send it far, and that's a point for Rock. Seth to serve, he's going to hit the front line. I'm going to skip the ball shag, because we do not like it. Seth to serve again, he's going to lip it up, and that's a point for Peacock at 24-23. Both teams really holding out this game. Grayson needs to make a play on this. He's going to lip up. A little bit of a lag there. Sorry, y'all. He did lip the ball. And that one hits front rim. The point for Rock. Yeah, really just going around this circle now. Trying to find a consistent server to put one on pretty strongly. It's going to be a nice hard serve. It's going to jam up Grayson there. And Ryan is going to take that serve. A good up by Kyle. He's going to hit it. A great body up by Ryan there. He goes to the diving backhand. Cannot put it on though. And that's a point for Peacock. I think Ryan has done 3 or 4 of those tonight with the diving backhands, or really just trying to jump over the net. Maybe Seth's sets are coming very close to him. Seth with a great set on that ball, and Ryan with the lefty does not put it on though. He's gonna hit rim, I think. No, does he put it on? No, he did it. Wow, let's see that again. What a strong set by Ryan, or not Ryan, Seth there. Recovers Ryan's touch on that ball, and he sends it right into the net. And Ryan barely messing it up. Wow, what a play by Incompetence Rock there, but sadly Ryan can't get it on. Or not even Incompetence Rock, play by Seth Searcy. My goodness, he ran that ball down and got it into the center. Kyle to serve, 26-25. He gets a nice little step out. He's going to jam up Seth there, and Peacock is going to take the second game, 27-25. And they are going to go into game 3. Love to see it. I think if, while Cathartic Peacock did win this game, I think they have to figure out Ryan's serves. You know, if Ryan is serving on, he is going to be a hard server to return. If he's serving off, then they just have to hope he double faults by lipping it. Which he did a lot of in the first game, but now that he's been finding his serves, I anticipate that the rest of the night he's going to be doing pretty good with his consistency. And if they are consistent, they are going to be hard. So, just something to note. Let me see something really fast. Alright, cool. Grayson to serve. gonna get the up, and Ryan with the set. I don't think they'll have to play it though. It's gonna be a lobster trap there. Ryan to serve, gets a nice hard serve into the body of Kyle and has no way of adjusting to that. Like I said, it's going to come down to how Ryan is serving and how they're approaching it. And you know, honestly, Kyle's had a few that have been threatening, but I feel like it's easier to adjust to him just because it's a well, not because it's a jam, but because, you know, Ryan and Seth can serve receive with their right hands pretty well. It's just that Grayson and Kyle cannot serve receive with their left that well. Then again, both teams have won one game, and with Kyle serving like that, there's no telling what he can do. You know, he's been taking aces all night. Hit the front rim there. And a nice low serve. And Kyle's going to get another ace there. So hard and low into... Okay, no, so... Taking back what I said previously. I think it comes down to Kyle and Ryan kind of duking out in battle of serves. Because Kyle is jamming the mess out of Ryan and Seth. You know, that's coming really into their body and then just pushing directly away from them in an instant. Ryan's serving is because it's hitting their left side of the body and kind of jamming them up, and their left hand is not accustomed to serve receives yet. So I think this game really matters about Ryan and Kyle. A good little 1-2-3 wrap finish by Grayson there. That's a point for Peacock. Taking the momentum from the second game and using it now, taking an early 2-point lead here with Grayson to serve. Ryan with the set, it's pretty good, and they're going to send it flying. Both Grayson and Kyle were there. I think one of them should have helped cut off the angle and kind of maybe funnel it to one of them defending, but I don't know. They were both there. One of them should have made a touch. And there it is. It's going to be a lefty jam from Ryan. And a point for Rock, making it tied up at 5-5. Shoot, I just realized I gotta download the rest of the games for last week's stream. I haven't done that yet, I don't think. It looked like a lip to me. Yeah, they're gonna call it a lip. One for Peacock. Gonna jam up Seth there, and Kyle serving. Like I said, serving straight. I don't even know, straight fire tonight, man. Looking like a superstar on his serves. I think it's barely gonna clip rim there. It looked very low. I don't know how that did not clip rim. Let me see this one more time. Oh no. Y'all, I think we have an unfinished game here. It's showing 5 minutes. No! As a commentator who's really invested in this game, I wanted to see who won Series 1. Oh well. I didn't get to see the playback, but I did it once and it's fine. Yeah, the phone probably overheated. Dang it, dude. I'm so salty right now. I like this game. Yep, there it is. So we are going to be moving on to Series 2 Game 1. I have no clue. Actually, let me check. Let me check the stats tracker to see. Round net stats tracker. Someone did the stats for this game, so I'm checking to see who won this matchup. Hopefully they've already done it. No! That makes sense. The stats tracker is stats taken for this game, so obviously it's going to show 5-8. Which is tragic. I do not know who won this game. I'd have to look into asking Grayson and Ryan. So we're moving on to the next game. Sorry, y'all. If I had to guess, probably Peacock, because they're up 3 and Kyle is serving butter. No, you don't serve butter. He was serving toast. Let's go with that. Seth the serve here is going to be a bit of a wild swing. Well, the shirt came off for Seth, so either it was hot or he was mad and Rock lost. And it is serving pretty hard, so I think he's mad. I think Peacock won, y'all. I'm going to call it. I think Peacock won that game. And that's going to be a lip against Grayson there. Little lip call. It's going to be a backhand. No, a tweener right there. And the lefty on, and Seth can't get the good touch. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah. Dang. That's game changing right there. Yeah, they have a lot of momentum right now. A good on by Grayson there. He's going to move around to split, but sadly, Kyle's not going to get touch on that. Maybe move closer to the net, Kyle. I think you could have cut off more space there. Kind of left a lot open for them to hit around. Ryan with a step out there. Trying to see if Kyle and Grayson have adapted to his lefty serve yet, and they have not. That's going to be an ace by Ryan. Yeah, I think Ryan would be switching to his push more, because that is something he does between games or between points. But since he has been having a lot of success and a lot of aces from his regular lefty jam and his cuts, that's what he's been opting to do more. Kyle to serve. Seth gets a decent up. That's going to be super off net though. Gets it on, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 put away by Kyle and Grayson. Definitely playing very in sync. Not too many wild sets from either of them. I think something that's been holding back Seth and Ryan is really just Ryan setting. You know, Seth can definitely put him away if he gets onto net. But sadly, Ryan's been kind of putting him all over the place and making it really out of system and hitting. On to by Seth is going to give him the serve now. Going to find that front rim. Good up right there, and the wrap by Grayson finds the rim though, and that's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock at 4-4. Set the serve. Gonna find the ace against Kyle. Looked a little bit of a lip to me. Let me see this again. I feel like there's been a lot of lips not called in this game. Yeah, I thought that was a lip. Rock is going to secure that point, though. Seth, like I said, Seth's popping off right now. You know, he's mad. Not really popping off. He's just mad. I can tell. He wants this game, dang it. He's like, give this to me. I'm hungry. Another nice serve. Good handle by Grayson, though. And Ryan's going to get the great touch on it. Seth setting it into his body. Not what you want to see, especially getting the defensive touches. I think that's something that's really been holding down teams in Gold League is that, you know, people are making plays on the ball and getting great touches, but the setting has really just been off and not giving an opportunity to find that finish. I think something not to here we go, 1-2-3 put away. Not to boost defenestration even more so than they are being boosted in this league. I think they're doing a really good job of capitalizing on defensive touches. You know, Germ has been doing really good about running down balls and giving Matthew Burrows a chance to put it away. In the same sense, you know, just vice versa. Like, really just not giving up on defensive touches and getting them just close to the net and able to be played. So, kudos to them. That's something that I think they're doing a lot better than most teams. Ryan to serve, goes for the drop, and Kyle's going to dive and lay out for that. He goes for the backhand, finishes it. That's a point for Peacock. Honestly, a great play by Kyle, really showing his athleticism there. Oh, it's so hot in my room, y'all. I'm like dying over here. It's going to hit front rim. Ryan with a good up. He's going to go for the lefty tweener. Does not put it on. Yeah, and Seth and Ryan really just struggling to find those sets. It's coming really fast and giving little time for the setter or the hitter to really just make a play on the ball. Kyle goes for a step out. He's going to lip up. And Seth getting jammed up there. Kyle taking so many aces. Nuts, man. I keep saying, but it's because he keeps taking aces. My goodness. Getting nice and low. Ryan gets a good handle on it. Lefty wrap. And a point for Incompetence Rock there. Just gonna find a lip. And a front rim and a point of Peacock. Still keeping a lead. Have been up mostly 2 points in this matchup. A good serve that's going to jam up Seth. They're really struggling with jams. That's something that they need to figure out. You know, because they're having their hands kind of pushed out here more. They need to wait for the ball to come to them and rather than going to the ball. And you know, because the ball is coming fast and you're approaching it, you know, that's not going to be a touch. That's going to be you forcing it down and forcing it away from you. They really just need to cushion the ball. Someone who's done a good job of learning that is Garrett Hornock. You know, I think he struggled with jams back then, but he started taking a more approach where he's like leaning back more and letting the ball come to him more into his body and cushioning it. And now he's been killing it in serve receive. A lot more than he used to, at least. I mean, I saw a major improvement because I used to try to jam him up a lot, but now he gets them, so it's a bit more tricky to serve against him. And my dogs are barking. Excuse her, y'all. Sorry if you can hear that. A great up by Seth there. You see, and right there, Seth has a great touch on the ball. See, look at his stance here. Okay, not the stance, but look at the receive. Goes, keeping his hand pretty far back. He lets the ball come to him rather than approaching it. And he gets a great touch on it and puts it away. If you look at his other, let's go, 922 is what we're going to come back to. If you look at the other play, whenever he was aced, I think his hand was more, yeah, see, his hand was more outward rather than letting the ball come to him. You know, there's really no rush in serve receiving. Take your time and get the easy 1, 2, 3 put away. To 11 now. Seth opting for a lefty. Haven't seen him hit one of those today. appreciate the changeup though. If he can get that on, could be trouble. Grayson to serve 12-9. A nice serve by Grayson. It looked clean to me. And he's going to get the point on that. 13-9. And Peacock running away with this game. 4-point lead right now in the midway point. Point for Rock. Ryan getting a step back, maybe going for a push here. Kyle opting to play. I think it's a great decision. And Grayson hits it with a lefty on 2. And he puts it on. You know, I am someone, not because I like doing it per se, but I'm in favor of on 2s just because I think it puts a lot of pressure against the defense, and it really keeps them guessing. You know, if you do on 2s pretty early on in the series, then it makes the defense wonder, like, are they going to hit on 2 or are they going to set here? And it really keeps them guessing, and it puts them out of position. So if you can secure points off of it, like, I'm not saying you do it every single point, but if you see an opening, you see the defense is not there, let her rip. Like, honestly. It also shows, like, confidence as a player that you're able to do that, you know? Because some people just don't want to do them because they don't want to mess up. So I was going to auto-play that. I think it's a great decision, but Ryan sets it a little bit off net, and you can see the frustration from Seth. I wish I could hear what they're saying. I have it turned up all the way, a little bit farther, and you can just see the frustration from him. I don't know if he's frustrated at Ryan, himself, or both. And that's going to be a point for Peacock with Kyle to serve now. Good up by Ryan there. Sadly, not going to be the best set by Seth, and kind of falling apart now. Cathartic Peacock pulling away at 17-10. You know, it is something of a struggle to be losing to Cathartic Peacock, because, like, this is probably one of the closer matchups that both of these teams are going to get, so I know both of them are trying their hardest to secure a victory against the other. That's why they're getting so competitive, you know. Seth is like, he wants it. Dang it. Gonna whip up. Gonna be nice and low, jamming up Kyle there, and that's what you want to see with your Seth right now. Maybe using the momentum to keep serving hard and keep serving well. Here we go, Seth. Let's see what you're made of, boy. Goes for the drop. Love the decision. And that is a great drop. It changes the pace a little bit. I think Grayson thinks he's going to go pretty hard. And you know Seth's drop, honestly, probably his best serve. He approaches it like he's doing a regular serve and hits it when it's very low and always finds that front pocket. And that's going to be a point for them. Well done. Love to see him thinking amidst being down these many points. Or this many points. And another ace by Seth. My goodness, dude. This man's bloodthirsty. Goes for the drop. Grayson's all over, though. Maybe not the best decision right there, just because Grayson knows he could potentially do it. He gets it on the lefty push behind Seth, and that's going to be a point for Peacock. I like the hitting decision by Grayson. He notices that Seth is coming in more towards this area and sees, you know what, I'm going to send the ball back from where you came from. Easy 1-2-3 put away. Nice set by Ryan Canfield there. Can Ryan do the same now? Has to put on serves here. Gonna hit a rim. Instead of kind of throwing his arm up. Come on, Ryan. And that's gonna be a hard serve. Somehow Kyle getting a hand on the ball. My goodness, a major receive right there for Peacock. And you know, Kyle kind of launches it into the body of Grayson, but he does a great job of handling it, getting this set and an easy put away by Kyle. And I think Peacock is going to close out this match now. Ryan's not the best serve receiver, and Kyle is looking to win this game. Good up by Ryan there. And his set's a little low. And that's a point for Peacock. Gonna close it out. It's probably gonna be 21 to 21 to something. We'll see. I like Kyle's serving form. It's very nice to see. It's the same over and over again. And that's what you want. If you want to be a consistent server, you want to have the same form, same way of hitting always. And that's going to be 21-15. Peacock does take that game. And we are on to the last... Actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily true. Series 2, Game 2. Yeah, I can still go to Game 3. So I guess we'll see. Double fault, a point for a rock. A nice early start to start off this game. Maybe using the fuel from losing the last game to hopefully play better this time. It's really just the setting. I think, you know, the off-net sets by Ryan definitely kind of set off Seth. And a nice serve there by Ryan, starting off strong 2-0. Especially when you have someone who's pretty good at, like, Seth is a good hitter. I think he's one of the better hitters on this net. But when you don't give him an opportunity to do that, it kind of sucks, you know? Because you want to perform to the best of your ability. Yada, yada, yada. So, we'll see what happens this game. It's going to be Grayson Wills to serve against Seth Searcy. Goes for a tiny step out, tries to put it on, it's going to be a lip. And another lip. Point for Rock here. With Seth Searcy to serve. Ended the last game serving pretty well. Let's see if he can keep it up this time. It's going to lip up and be a no-go point for Peacock. Kyle to serve. Definitely making a huge impact in the turning of the match tonight. He's been getting his serves on consistently and putting so much pressure against Seth and Ryan. Really struggling. I feel like all around this net struggles with jams. That's definitely something I'm going to put in the takeaways. I already wrote it down. It's going to be a good up from Kyle there, and the set is off net. It's kind of there though. Seth trying to get it up, puts it too far, and that's a point for Peacock. Yeah, just got very out of system very quickly there. I feel like the first touch kind of sets the pace for how the setup is going to be to hit. And whenever you have a wild first touch and it's very far from your partner, they have to do so much to retrieve that ball and get a good set onto the net. Grayson with a great serve, but that's going to be easy 1-2-3 put away by Rock. And that's, I think, ideally what Rock wants to see. They want to be able to see that, Ryan's putting on sets and Seth's putting away hits. Hits front rim. My goodness. What an ace by Kyle there. My goodness. It's going to lip up. Seth's going to opt to play it. Ryan with a nice easy set and barely out of reach from Grayson. Did a good job running to the area he knew he was hitting, but doesn't lay out and maybe goes a little bit lower than he's anticipating. Yeah, Rock doing a much better job of staying in system with their hitting. And I think that's on par because of Ryan's sets. Not going too high, but staying close to the net, giving Seth an opportunity. It's going to be a little bit high and a little bit far. Kyle tries to get in. A great on by Grayson there, but the 1-2-3 wrap finish by Ryan Canfield and the great set by Seth. Staying very composed in these points. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. This has honestly been a pretty good matchup. You know, a lot of defense and a lot of upsets. It's great to see what these two teams are capable of doing and how they're performing. And that's going to be an ace by Ryan. And if you are not yet following us, please do so. We are trying to hit 50 within 2 weeks. And it helps us a lot by showing your support to WySpike and just being able to produce more content, and whether that's podcasts, whether that's Gold League series. It's been really fun being able to do this. And I think with that being said too, just want to shout out Garrett Hornott for getting third at Michigan this past weekend with Frederick Hinkle, and then Rahul getting first. It was a huge stride for Texas Roundnet, and just super proud of them, super proud to be playing in club with Garrett. And then we had Mirror Stage making top 9, unfortunately going out against Garrett and Fred. But back to the game, 1-2-3 easy put away. Grayson really knowing how to use his low shots. He sees an opening and he taps it on pretty perfectly. He hits it with enough speed that the defense is not getting touch on the ball, but not soft enough to where they do get a touch. So I think that's one of his better strong suits in putaways. He finds a good area and a good hole, and then he taps it. Doesn't really create many rallies unless the defense notices pretty quickly, but you're not going for rallies, you're going for trying to win. Set the serve here. Incompetence Rock up 3 points right now. Looking like it may be their game. And that's going to be a nice wide cut serve by, what's your name? Seth. Seth seriously with a mean cut there. Making it 10-6. My goodness. We're skipping the ball shagging. Gonna lip up. Grayson Wills wants it. And hits it into Seth, but he's not gonna be able to get an up. Hard swing, but it's gonna hit a lobster trap. And hit back rim, and a point for Rock. Sometimes it's so easy to get tripped up, especially since Ryan and Kyle are wearing the same color shirt. And a nice drop by Ryan there. He is going to find it. I feel like, man, They've been hitting some really good drops. Finding those front pockets, getting so low and barely coming off the net. I feel like both teams have been doing a good job. Ryan and Seth's drops have been... They've been making plays tonight. They've gotten about 3 or 4 aces collectively with just drops alone. And the 1-2-3 lefty push through the middle. Point for Peacock. Down 4 points now, but definitely still trying to stay with it. Keeping strong in this game. Gonna lip up. Ryan wants a touch. No, he does not get it. Grayson serves. Gonna clip front rim and be a point for Rock. There you go. I need to clip my fingernails. And nice serve by Seth here. With a 6-point lead in mid-game, it's looking like it's going to belong to Incompetence Rock. Going to be a decent up by Grayson, and Kyle cannot get the recovery set. Yeah, it's one thing. So Grayson did get the up, but it was just so far from Kyle on the other side of the net. So hard to run down and still perform well on that set. Set to serve. He's going to go for his drop. Kyle gets a good handle on it. He's going to do the lefty wrap. Ryan gets the touch on the ball. Does not put it up, though. And a point for Peacock. That's what they're needing today. Or right now, I guess I should say. If Peacock is going to come back, it's going to have to be from Kyle serves because holding and playing defense is not going to work for them. Especially with Seth being a good hitter. And Ryan doing decently well in setting this match. Or in this game specifically. If Kyle doesn't put his serve on here, then I think Rock pretty much has his game secured. And he does not. 16-9. Looking like it's going to belong to Incompetence Rock. Ryan can't feel the serve. Grayson going super wide for that ball. I think something that's going to really hurt these players on serve receive later on against higher out players is that they commit to just one serve, but you know, against higher up players that can go both ways, they're going to have to kind of stay in the middle and really just figure out how to move, I guess, laterally. Because right now it's just like, okay, I am moving to the left because Ryan is a left-handed server, and that is all he's doing. But later on, it's going to be like, okay, he can go lefty cut, righty cut. Oh, whoosh, which way am I going to go? Like, Now that's whenever it gets challenging. Seth with the serve is going to be a bit of a wild swing. Doesn't even make it on the net. I know, right? Hello, Jared. Been waiting for your message. For you to say hello. A nice attempt at a lefty by Seth. But yeah, Ryan and Kyle showed up, and then I was getting confused. And I still kind of am sometimes. Sometimes I want to call the point for the other team, but then it's just because the shirts are the same color. It's going to be a little bit of a jam. Seth adjusts to it pretty well. Kyle's there, though, and the 1-2-3 put away. Point for Cathartic Peacock. I think it's 12-17 now. Having one more shot and a go at serving. Wild swing again, not touching the set. Earlier was Seth, though, with that, and now it's Kyle. Hope you're doing well, Jared. It's good seeing you. It's going to be easy up and a lefty tweener. Ryan really favoring those tweeners. Doesn't help that Grayson and Seth won the Waco Major together, so they're the team in my mind. Grayson and Seth. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Do they really? Interesting. So I guess they know each other's playing habits pretty well. They're playing pretty good defense against each other, so maybe it's because they know each other. Like, I think I do well against people I've played with just because I know their habits. Only thing I can't do well against is their serves, because you're not used to serve receiving your own teammate. Wow, that's cool. I did not know that. That's pretty dope. Yeah, great. I mean, they're both pretty good defenders. I can imagine they played major defense that tournament. And Grayson's a decent setter, and Seth's a pretty good hitter, so you just gotta get it close to the net for Seth to make a play, and they'll do it. Grayson is serve here. He's gonna hit rim. Yeah, it's gonna be a drop, but nope. Just to fill you in, Jared. First series, we don't know what happened because the third game it was 8-5 and then the match cut out. But they've been going back and forth on games, so pretty good match tonight. And this one's looking like it's gonna be rocks, which the first game was Peacock, so series 2 is probably gonna go to 3. And a nice drop there by Seth. Like I said, knowing when to use it and making it so effective. Look at this. It looks like he's going to swing hard. And then the last second just switching it up. So smooth and so crisp, knowing when to use it. My goodness. Disgusting serve, Seth. Yeah, speaking of drops, I need to get a drop. I feel like I used to be good at dropping, and then I just like forgot how, and now I just cannot do it. I also used to have a Fuego. For all of you out there that didn't know me before, I had a Fuego. Pre-clavicle, I had a Fuego, and then it just kind of went bye-bye. And now I do a backhand serve. A good up by Seth. Ryan with easy set. And 1, 2, 3 put away. Kyle almost taking a touch on the ball, but sadly he's not going to be able to. 21-14 in favor of Rock. Last game was 21-15 in favor of Cathartic Peacock. Going to the last game for this set. Really excited to see what happens here. We're going to have to go to open a new window, blah, 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 blah. I need more water. It's so hot in my room. I'm gonna I'm going to I guess I can survive. I wanted to go to turn up the AC a little bit, but I guess this is fine. Or turn it up, turn it down. Down is cold, right? Yeah. I wanted to turn it down. Oh shoot, we gotta update the score. Series 2, Game 3. Set the serve, it's gonna hit front rim. And front rim there. Point for Peacock. A nice front pocket. Wow, somehow getting the up and getting the backhand on that. Lefty push. Ryan gets a great touch on that. And a great set by Seth. 1, 2, 3 put away. Point for Incompetence Rock. Starting off this game very strong on the defense. And I don't know, Ryan returned that. He returned it, and Seth giving him a good set was really good partner chemistry right there. And a disgusting lefty cut right there. And a point for Peacock, or not Peacock, Incompetence Rock. Wow. Starting off this last game very strong. Both teams warmed up to the max. Decent set. Grayson cannot put it on. Frustrated there, you know, putting it in the vicinity of the net, not being able to make a hit on the ball. Definitely unfortunate there. Ryan to serve. Gonna go for a drop. Kyle gets the up on it. He does a righty wrap somehow. And the 1-2-3 put away by Rock. Wow. Great play by Kyle, but sadly, I don't think he saw that Seth was right behind him. Kind of hits it into him, and Seth doing a good job of playing defense there. And Incompetence Rock taking an early lead, but honestly, who knows what will happen. This has been a great matchup so far. Series 2, Game 3. First series went to 3 games as well. Yeah, I know, right? Hopefully he can snap out of it, though. He needs this serve on. There it is. Gonna be a good set by Seth. Goes into Grayson. I don't know why he's diving forward on that. I should have waited for it. That's gonna be a point for Rock there. Getting a touch on the ball, but sadly not being able to capitalize on it. It's gonna be Seth seriously to serve. Kyle has a good handle on Seth. Can get the receive here. Up 3 right now for Rock. And that's going to be a lip up. I think if you're Peacock, this is what you want to see here. Being down 2, needing some points to even it out so they don't run with it early on. A good up by Seth. And then 1-2-3 put. Point for Incompetence Rock. Interesting. Yeah, maybe he wants more angle. I think the reason being is maybe he's trying to do that for consistency. If I'm not mistaken, first game he was doing more step back, but he wasn't really finding it on the net. So maybe he's more comfortable with step out just to put his serves on. I could be wrong though. I feel like a step out is the most conventional serve, where a step back is more so you're going for a jam. And he finds that serve on, paints a pretty good line, and Ryan's not going to be able to return it. I think Grayson was kind of surprised he got the ace there. Kind of just walked off pretty slowly. A great set by Ryan. That's going to be an easy put away by Seth. I think if I was Grayson, I would have stayed a little bit closer to 6 feet, just because Seth has a tendency to hit pretty straight on, not really wrapping that much, unless the set's like absolutely perfect, which it wasn't. So maybe Grayson could have gotten a better touch on that ball. And he goes for the lefty there. Grayson doesn't even react. Pretty confident that Seth's not going to put it on. It's his 3rd lefty attempt tonight. A good lefty up by Grayson. Goes around, gets the righty, and the set is not butter. If anything, it was just like, I don't know. I was going to say vegan butter, but I guess for vegans that is butter, so. Kind of lagged there a little bit, but it was a fault. And a lip up, point for Incompetence Rock. Ryan Canfield to serve. Gonna hit front rim. Gonna skip ball shagging, because we do not like the ball shag. Ryan to serve. Gonna hit hard into the front rim. Point for Peacock. Pretty close game, 7-8 right now. Peacock doing a good job of coming back, reducing the gap to only 1. And a great serve by Grayson there. I think he got a cut on that. Well done. Hitting wider than he's been doing the rest of the match, so maybe taking Incompetence Rock for a bit of surprise here. Thank you. The lefty wrap into the body of Kyle, and that's going to be a point for Incompetence Rock. Jared, did you know me when I used to play for Synergy? This is my shirt with Matt Burrows. We were WySpike Synergy. Because we are a perfect balancing act. Complete opposites, but together, completely neutral and balanced. And a great serve by Seth going to the right side, right hand. Yeah, my fault, dude. I don't know. Synergy was just such a moment in my life, you know. A good up by Grayson. It was fun playing with him, dude.